this guy right here. From a lead gen perspective, everyone knows, well, not everyone, let's just refresh ourselves. We are all living in a state where we want to have people in here that when they think of real estate, they think of us. We're their repeat, we're their referral, there's no question, okay? So your ride or die people in here, if you build them up, if you build this little group up enough, you will have a lovely repeat and referral business that will sustain you for a very long time. Angie St. Jim, great example, because she does all the things within that SOI to sustain those relationships. Most of us, if we're starting out, don't have a big enough dot in the middle to provide the life that we've identified we want. So then we're kind of in a quandary. What do I do to get these people? Because remember, if we don't have enough in here, we got to go out here, we got to meet us some folks, we've got to try to meet them, build that relationship, get them into this Met circle, keep working this relationship until we turn them into, walking billboards. So also remember, it's not on here, but if you have 20 conversations with people you know, and you are skilled and you have a good conversion rate, you should have a piece of business. That number flips to 50 conversations with people you don't know, okay? So once you if we don't have enough, if we don't have enough in here, then we all know we got to go get us some of these, okay? Angie has been in business for 25 years.
Started my 25th year this year.
She does as good a job, probably as anyone I know, of staying in relationship, okay? But yet she's been in the office all week because she said, I needed to reinfuse my business, okay? So you can get to the repeat referral place, but you cannot stop having conversations with people about real estate. Because if you look down here and this is your pipeline and you got some stuff going today, Bobby Pope's got a whole bunch of stuff going right now. But I'm like, Bobby, look at me. What's out here? Because we got to be replenishing that pipeline, okay? So this is what we're doing. Now remember, 20 conversations is not, hey, who do you know that wants to buy or sell real estate? This is 20 conversations with people. You can put that down because, thank you though. That's 20 conversations with people. How are you? Haven't talked to you in a while. Just wanted to check in on you. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. At some point, remember, these people you probably like. You need to do this anyway. This is being a good human.
Well, I mean, like, I would say too, like last week, the conversations I had were somebody's dog died, so it was, so sorry to hear about your dog, I hope you're okay. Our pets are, spend more time with us than our humans do most of the time. So, I'm really sorry. And yeah, they're happy when I come home. But, stuff like that, it's easy to have 20 conversations with your SOI. If you really just kind of pay attention to social media and things like that, everybody's always got something going on. So it really does make it simple on there.
So you have to do that, but for that 50, how do I go get those unmet? A lot of people in the room I know struggle. I have a small SOI. What do I do? How do I get people? How do I have 50 conversations short of going to Starbucks with a sticker on the back of my laptop that says, I'm a real estate agent, ask me about real estate. So the timing on this was great. So when Angie said, because a reverse bold, it's almost like that unicorn that people think, does it exist, but they've never seen it. We have a lot of conversation wrapped around reverse bold. We have a lot of people going, I'm down reverse bold, and then we got other people going, oh yeah, and then they're going, I don't know what that is. And to be honest, if you've not done one, I don't know that you know. But the goal is to get people to come to you. So with that, I'm going to let Angie school us on the reverse bold.
All right. All right. How many people have taken bold? Woo! There we go. All right. So does anybody know what a bold 100 is? What is it? A day. One day. 100 conversations in one day. And like when I first took bold, they like had 1 week and they wanted you to have one day that you did that. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, I do not want to do this. But so I literally went inside at Starbucks. And when people came in, I was like, hey, how's it going? It was like crazy. So
did you get 100 people?
yes,
Okay.
yes, I captured. There, probably 300 people through the door, but captured 100 people. So I don't even drink coffee. That's the worst part. I love the smell, but I don't even drink it. So, but I mean, I've seen people, stand at Target or stand at, whatever. Even like back in the day, whenever we would do Red Day, we would stand at the Walmart doors, remember? To collect food and stuff like that. And it was like great just to have conversations with people. And I really think, that was an attraction for a lot of people on things. All right. So if that's what a bold 100 is, what's a reverse bold 100?
Don't talk to 100 people.
No. Yeah, you get them to come to you. So, and typically that's done, through some type of contest or some kind of event on there. For me, I've done a couple of those out there. One that I've done has been whenever I turned 50, I did a 50 thing giveaway. So I had like a table full of stuff, just gift cards and different things. And so we like ran a contest and everybody just entered their information, and we used Sign Up Genius for that. But they entered their information and you had the opportunity to win a prize. And then we drew all the prizes at the end. And then they came to the office and picked them up at the front desk.
How did they sign up?
Sign Up Genius. So I know a lot of places say to capture name, email, phone, address. I only do name, phone, and email because I feel like once you start getting too many things, they're like, maybe not. Maybe I don't want to do it. So I try to make it as quick and easy as possible. So that's one of the reasons that we do use Sign Up Genius for that on things. So how do we get people to pick up the phone and call you?
You have to have an item of value.
Okay. What can you give a suggestion of an item of value?
Oh gosh, I would say that might be different all the time. It might be different for different demographics or people or type or whatever. I've seen people do like one of those green like egg grill things for Father's Day.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen people do like a Peloton.
Lord have mercy.
I know people got money.
Yeah.
Well, that like when it gets into the more expensive things,
You can ride for an hour.
vendors are involved and you're not paying for that.
Right.
Yourself. Gosh, I don't know. Let me even think about it. Like tickets to things.
Mm-hmm. I see a lot of that.
Like plays or
Concert tickets, yeah. I mean, can you imagine how many people you'd get to your website if you were giving away Taylor Swift tickets?
Oh.
But I mean, just things like that. So we want to make it appealing. We want to have an item that makes everything appealing. So I think like the biggest mistake I've seen whenever somebody tries to do a reverse bold is they're like, oh, you know what? Next week's St. Patrick's Day. I'll do a reverse bold and I'm going to give away all these things, for like Irish restaurants and all these kinds of things. But you can't. I mean, like, that's not enough time in the next week to like really get people engaged and really get people excited about it. So I think the failure that most people have is they think, oh, I'm going to do it. And then they just, 2 or 3 days later try to do it. And then they wonder why it fails. So I would say, if you are going to do a reverse bold like this, you want to make sure that what your item of value is available. You want to make sure that you get the opportunity to talk to your people who are already currently in your database about the item that you're giving away so that way they can help you promote that, Make sure you're sending an email through your database to those people so that they can forward that on to friends and get other people engaged in the situation. So it gives you an opportunity to touch your database that you already have existing. It gives you an opportunity to touch the database that's already existing, and create new people in there. So you're going to do it in social media, email, and all those things, and then you're going to have one day for everybody to capture. Now, a lot of people, when they do it, back in the day, they did it by phone. So you're accepting 100 phone calls in a day. And as a individual agent, tough, right? Aside from the fact that, if you're like me, if it pops up and it's not a number I don't know, I hope you're leaving a voice message or something like that. So again, that's why we use Sign Up Genius for a lot of those things. And then we just follow back around to everybody. So you can, I'm not very good at it, but Liz, you can capture that all on landing pages, right? And it'll just go straight to your website, or?
I would like to say yes. I've been playing with that, as a matter of fact. And there is a form on our landing pages, but it's not working right now correctly.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I take it needs to be turned on.
We use it like a Google form.
Yeah.
Google Forms would work too.
Yeah. So, there's all kinds of platforms for things like that you can use. So,
I will say, Angie, if you do get it into like a Google form, it goes into a spreadsheet.
mm-hmm.
We can upload the spreadsheet directly in. You don't have to manually do that.
Okay, perfect. There you go. There's your answer. All right. So the next question I would ask you is, do you think it has to be a big prize?
No.
Okay. So if it doesn't have to be a big prize, what are small prizes that make it easy? Dinner? Gift cards? How about a zoo pass? Like a family zoo pass? That's $100. $100 for a family of 4 zoo pass to do something like that. Great thing to give away at the end of the year on stuff like that. Mother's Day, flats of plants. Super easy to give away.
What does a flat of plants cost? Maybe say.
I think you can choose, because it's just going to depend on, if you're choosing a 2-inch pot, a 6-inch pot, or what you're choosing. But I would say it's still going to be less than $100. In a situation like that, you might give away 5 flats of plants and $150 or something, and have an opportunity for, other things on there. Gardening apron with all the tools that go with it and a flat of plants. Something super easy for Mother's Day. We have done personally Easter Bunny pictures and allowed people to come and sign up and get Easter Bunny pictures with us for free. Yeah, so it was, Liz took the pictures for us with an iPhone, super easy, and we sent them to everybody. That way they could corral their kids, and we just had a nice little setup for it. So, even on this, I would say partner with somebody, because it's super easy. If you're going to do a Easter Bunny picture kind of thing, you can partner with 3 other people, and then everybody's just bringing their people in to sign up for it. And when we did the Easter Bunny pictures, it was amazing how many new people we had for that, just because their friends told them, hey, we're going to get Easter Bunny pictures. Oh my gosh, can I go too? Yeah, just sign up here. And we just had specific times. So you had a specific time that you were signing up for. So it forced you to have to go in and put your name, email, and phone number in there. And then like the day before, we followed up and said, just calling to make sure you're going to show up tomorrow for Easter pictures. And so it gave us an opportunity to touch them in the situation also. So again, I would say the biggest key to it all is just making sure you're promoting, and that you're not trying to do it too quickly without making it a promotion. Like when we did the my birthday deal, I think we were like 3 weeks worth of promotion going into it for things. So people were like ready whenever it came out on things. So, and it was a lot of fun. So we started with a live, and it was like, today's the day. We're going to give 50 things away, and most importantly, it's my 50th birthday. So, hey, and like, I just, Patty, you'll appreciate it. I had a goofy hat on.
Of course you did.
And stuff like that. So I would just say, those are ways to get people engaged. So, do something that gets people engaged. Don't sit there in your black t-shirt at a table and promote it and not. No, but I mean, like, the things that people remember are things like if you have a funny hat on. Oh my gosh, you know what? Angie's going to be giving something away. I remember seeing her in that silly hat that day, saying that she was going to be doing something. So we probably promoted like 3 times a week for those 3 weeks going into it, and that it really helped in the situation.
With
So
Sign Up Genius, does it? Because I know I saw Jay Sanchez do one online one time, and it was like I think it was like a roulette. It was like showing, and then it landed on the name, so people had a.
Sign Up Genius itself does not do that, but we have a couple of tools that are apps out there that I use for other things. That's what.
Like free on the internet. Wheel of Names.
Yeah.
Is one we use. It's called Wheel of Names. But you can
I think Randomizer is the one I use, or something like that.
just Google what is it? Like Name Randomizer or like Name Picker. Because I have a hard time with it. Sometimes I literally typed in Name Picker before and it popped up for me.
I think it's the same thing. Like when people decide, I'm gonna do a home buyer workshop. I mean, you can't just go, I'm gonna do one next week. The hardest part is getting the butts in the seats. And it's the same thing with this. It does you no good to give away a Yeti cooler if you got 3 people in the drawing. I mean, well, that kind of stinks. So from a tech perspective, if you decide to do one, talk to Liz. If you do it 3 weeks out, just think about the content. You got 3 weeks worth of content. You can post. This is a time where you could post every day something about leading up to the drawing. And I mean, you could have one video in the park, you could have one at the lake if you're doing a cooler, do a picnic table theme, sitting by the lake thing. I mean, there's a ton. So I would encourage you to get creative with content.
Yeah, or even like if I was giving away a Yeti, one of the things that I would do is probably show how long the ice lasted. I would like doing every single day,
I know you'd have one great fan for a Yeti, Deanie here, but she probably wouldn't share your info because she wants to win.
But I mean, like, you could show how long the ice lasts, because like we have a large Yeti cooler that is on the back porch a lot, and it's amazing how long the ice lasts in that thing. So
creative way to like promote it.
Yeah. So, and you can work with some vendors and other people on those kinds of things to help promote it. Father's Day, like Jace is always doing. Different hunts and things like that. That's a great thing to promote and give away for Father's Day on there. Back to school massage for mom kind of thing. That's always something good to give away. Other fun things that I've seen people give away, or I've considered even. Last year we brought there's a company that does like a life-size kids looking train, and so we brought that into our neighborhood, and it held like 16 people at a time, and it took them around to look at the Christmas lights. So we did that, and it was it was great. It was amazing. So, and that was that's probably one of the more expensive things, but I made sure that we did it whenever my grandkids were there too. 2 for 1.
Pull in a couple of vendors.
Yeah.
Your lender and your title company.
Yeah.
A home inspector or somebody and chip in.
Right. A wine tour. You can give, like a wine tour, or one of the igloos down at Welltown Brewery. Those are, super easy super fun ideas. I think those at Welltown, I think they rent for $60 for 2 hours. You know, so I mean, you'd have I just did that for a retirement party. So and we rented, and it might be less than that. I can't remember, but it's based on a 2 hour deal. So and it's great because once the lights go down, you know, the stars are out, and it's just super pretty up there and something different. In the summertime, they do like small campers up there with air conditioning in them, like the old fashioned like little campers. And I think those rent for a little bit more on there, but it's just, you know, super fun. Somebody, you can bring your own food in to something like that, but you know, you could like put a food allowance on it or something like that. And that, you know, just be a fun little giveaway. You do have to specify a day on that. So somebody would have to sign up and do a specific on that. Drillers game, $5 a ticket, you know, to the first 100 people.
$20 a drink.
You know, well, there's that. There's that. But I mean, you know, you could do the first 100 people that sign up, you know, to a drillers game. So that's a super easy way to get, you know, people calling you and calling you quick on things. Ring doorbell. That's another easy one. A lot of people don't have them, but would love to have one. So, you know, I think that's a great one to do. I always try to like think too, you know, sometimes on the home side, you know, things that you would use for your home or that would be a good giveaway, you know, that also relates back to real estate in the situation. So, let's see. All right, let's do ideas for you guys. So what are ideas that you guys can think of? And make it something you're passionate about too. I think that's really important. Like, you know, Patty, OU, sports or something, you know, because it's easier to spend time promoting something if it's something that you're interested in, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's natural, right? Right. Like for me, you know, I can give away a golf gift certificate. Pretend like I'm golfing. Okay, what are things?
I think that's a really good point because you're definitely targeting a specific demographic or a specific social group, because if you don't play golf, you might see that and go, me. But you probably know someone who does like to play golf that you can give it to.
Mm-hmm.
So I think some thought should go into that really at a deep level. Who are you trying to attract? You know, because for me, if I was going to do a sports themed giveaway, and I'm just tossing this out here, I might want to do a Bedlam theme and do an OSU basket and an OU basket, because in the state of Oklahoma, you spit out there and you're gonna hit it with about half the people and you're not gonna hit it with the other half. So I don't know, just a thought.
And you appeal to two different sides by doing that.
So I think some thought needs to go into who you're trying to reach. And the other thing, you know, humans, we do this every year. When Realtor Appreciation Day rolls around, who is the biggest nut running around here going, oh, we gotta go. It's Halloween for realtors, and it's a bunch of it's trash and trinkets, maybe. But it's people like to win something. They like to get
Absolutely.
something. So I think that's who you're trying to touch.
Right.
That inner kid and everybody that says, I'm gonna win.
Right.
I love the flats of flowers, and in the spring, you know, Home Depot and Lowe's are always doing specials. You can get 3 flats of petunias for $9.99, or a flat for, you know, $9.99 or something. Do the birthday thing. I should have done that, but we've run out of time and given all my crap away.
A pumpkin at a pumpkin patch. So, you know, have your people sign up and show up there to do things, and everybody gets a, you know, free pumpkin. Mm-hmm.
I'm really digging that Easter bunny thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was, well, it was at the old office, but it was done in the office training room, so it was free venue.
You just gotta make up a little scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had to do the scene and you had to have the costume for the running.
and you know, the
Let's
hardest,
keep the bunny.
And I like had to go to the extent of I didn't wear my perfume that day because my grandkids were going to be coming, so that they didn't know like that it was me underneath. I mean, it was like you really have to like think about it. They were like, "Where's Gia? Gia's car's here. Where's Gia?" Like,
but, you know, I say this, I have always said this, in real estate, I'm the best real estate agent you could ever have. My struggle is this, if I get in the room with you, if I get you in front of me, I will have you. You will be my client. I will eat you. But my struggle is, how do I get in front of the people to show them my value? And then we've got other people who are super good at this. I mean, we had an agent used to be in this office, he's inactive now. He was the master of this, of
Right.
getting all this stuff. But you know what he couldn't do? He couldn't convert. He couldn't get someone and then follow through and follow up. So I think part of this is know your strengths. What's your strengths, Zoe? I mean, I know mine. This is my weakness right now in getting to people. So if you do something like the Easter Bunny thing, and you can get them in front of you,
Mhm.
then you have an opportunity to connect at a deeper level. So, sorry.
what about? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I just have a question.
Sure.
So, have you ever done a giveaway and had people like from out of state or out of town try to enter or?
I haven't had that happen.
Okay. Is it
but-
how to avoid, you know, so say you're giving away a Yeti cooler, you're not going to ship a cooler to.
You know-
It has to be local, like put asterisk on the bottom,
Yeah.
say giveaway applies to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll send someone.
Yeah, I mean, like if that was going to happen to me, then I would probably I'll just give an example. I'm from St. Louis, so if somebody from St. Louis, entered that drawing, then I would probably like call the local Ace there and purchase like a Yeti cooler there that they could just go pick up or something like that and hold on to this one for another event or something like that. iPad giveaways were huge at one time too,
I mean, like Rhonda's got a big, her SLI, because she's from California, she works her referral sphere really well and does a lot of referral business. So you would not want to exclude those people.
Not,
So,
but it makes it tricky.
yeah.
But those are great.
Well, right. Well, so in Bold this year, I was like freaking out because I didn't get my contacts, and so I did a giveaway, but it was a quick one because I was trying to get anyway. And so I only had like 5 people enter for, it was a $50 Amazon card, and 2 of them, or 1 person was in Delaware. And I was like, oh, and the one did you get it? And my son
Who
was
are
like,
you?
people Google giveaways and enter anything they can. And I didn't put on there anything about like local because it's a gift card, so it's like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway,
Right.
I didn't even think about it, so I learned a lesson there.
Right.
Now I have a contact in Delaware that's never gonna,
Right.
whatever.
know.
But
You
you
never
never know.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just was like, can you,
Yeah, I mean, I think, you could just put an asterisk on there, local giveaway or something, along those lines. Oh, yeah, we talked about spa day. What else did we talk about?
You love that window cleaning.
I mean, so like for me, some of the things that I like to talk about or choose are things that people wouldn't do for themselves normally.
Yes.
So like, I might not go have my windows cleaned, but gosh, it would be great to give that away, especially in the spring after.
Car detail.
Car detail, yeah.
Hilarious. Especially now with the snow we have. Talia. We don't have a big brain. Love it.
One thing I was thinking of is like you said, kind of think about your clients and some like house related related things, but also just like you in your life, what are things that you need? And when you were talking about all those things, it made me think we have 2 giant German shepherds through all the snow and the rain, and there's so much mud, and they're dirty, and like a dog grooming.
Oh yeah.
Probably really appreciating this time of year, and like
Deep
all the rain
cleaning
and mud.
for spring. I can
For
tell
a
you
house
that
cleaner.
I've been knocking doors, and I would say 9 out of 10 doors has dogs. So that would go over like crazy.
Well, and I know our people who run this kind of businesses, so it's also like, go to their business too, so.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you're supporting local. And they're going to promote their page as much as they're going to promote yours. So, you're getting double the advertisement out of anything like that you're doing in there. So, haircuts, you could do, like back to school haircuts, for something.
Do like the Bounce You and
Oh yeah.
Urban Air places, or even like the place that comes to the aquarium once a year or whatever, and they put up this whole fun box, and they put out like the things, right? Like that's really cool, but that would be good for spring break. Yeah. That's something you could
Just like next
definitely
week.
target. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For Urban Air or Airtopia. Yeah. The Discovery Lab. Yeah. Like that.
You can have a shredding day where you bring in the shredding truck.
Mm-hmm.
People sign up and drop off their stuff to be shredded.
I hope I'm spelling that right.
The penmanship is very legible.
Usually I'm like
I am the same way.
sideways, so normally it's going like this, and then by the time I'm done, I'm in a little square down here. Okay, what else? What ways can we drive them to our sites?
Here.
Well, drive them to like where you want them to sign up. How do we do that? How do we promote that? We'll make a
Let
new.
me ask a question.
Sure.
Does everybody in this room have an active website? Yes, I do. Because if you don't, Liz can work with that.
So I can drive them there from social media. What else?
Email?
Email, text message.
I can't write like that.
You can sit out at the home garden show. Oh.
Gathering on Main.
Gathering on Main.
Let me tell you, if you want to make 100 contacts in one day, the Gathering on Main is your place. Oh, wow.
No, it's an evening time. They shut down the whole Main Street every third Thursday. The sun is for like 6 months. Probably from March or April, and then it goes all the way to October.
If you knew the food trucks that were going to be there, you could do a giveaway.
Gift card.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to the first one and then talk to the food trucks. They're usually the same food trucks.
Is it?
And like they have the snow cone and Mexican and barbecue, and you probably get a gift cards for the next month.
Right. That'd be good. I mean, like, even if you just did like one of the food trucks each time,
Yeah.
then you're driving people to the event
Right.
as well in the situation. So, everybody always loves to be promoted.
Well, and then Clarimore's doing the Taste of Claremore. I think it's coming up
Oh, nice.
with, and it's on a Saturday, and you could, raffle off tickets or something, new ticket giveaway for that.
Well, you got a new thing to do.
Mm-hmm. And I will say that anytime that you are giving something away that involves somebody's kids, they are all about it in the
Pretty big
situation.
event. I mean, we had our boutique downtown, and people that show up for that, It's just crazy. The whole downtown is just swamped. with
At
people.
night?
It's the evening time.
That's neat.
It's from like 5 to 7.
Mhm.
And they just do different restaurants in Claremore, set up in different shops downtown. And
Right. Big thing coming to town right now is like Wicked. Tickets to that as a giveaway probably be, a great thing. I think they're like $74 a piece or something like that. So you can do that. Let's see, show tickets, concert tickets. We could take our picture together. I'll be the good witch. So I would say that when everybody good. Most important thing. So what becomes most important if you're going to do this? What do we talk about? Time. Not on the fly. What ideal timing on something like that? Probably 3 weeks is what I would say.
One thing I did want to say is I used to get really down about this because I am not a planner by nature, and I feel like I have my best ideas for the moment. So one thing my husband encouraged me to do, one year he was like, I've had enough of this, like on the fly business. And so he tasked me with just writing down like all these things that I had ideas for. And so like you don't have to be doing the most and every single month, like or look at what other people are maybe doing or a good idea you saw or whatever and do them all. It's just not physically possible for one thing, and time to plan. So I just started to like collect a bunch of ideas, and then the next year I started to just implement like more and more.
Mhm.
So maybe have like a spreadsheet or something where you just keep an ongoing list of just ideas that you could revert back to.
That's a great idea.
And start with one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just something better than nothing.
And I will say, like, for us in our group, like every year we do a coffee giveaway. And it's like the T3 Roasters does our logo and everything on it. And we give it away at the end of January every year. And people are calling us in November. When are you guys going to do the coffee giveaway? When are we going to have the coffee giveaway? So, I mean, those are, when you find something that people like, stick with it. And make sure, to promote it out there. They make a special blend for us, so you can't buy it from them. And so they know that they can only get that blend whenever they're doing it with us on stuff like that. So Angie's Blend, no. So it was Angie's Blend. Now it's Get You Moving.
Not just Angie anymore, she's got Kristen in there.
Right. So yeah, it's super fun. So, okay, so 3 weeks out, you start promoting. Email, postcard. What do you think happens if you do this with another agent? Yep, absolutely. So collaborating with somebody else in the situation helps you a bunch. And your vendors, yes. And vendors are always looking to do something. It's not a broker's open, I promise you. They love doing anything that gets them out of the office and gets them doing something else.
Anybody in here know Carol Twist?
Never heard of her.
So if you bring Carol Twist in, she is gonna blast that everywhere. She probably has the largest social media SOI of anybody I know. Think
Such
about how many
great
people
ideas.
you're touching that is gonna get out in front of. And
True.
It's being strategic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I don't really have anything else.
And I'm not promoting Carol Twist.
You're good. You're
Let
good.
me go back to that.
That's okay.
That's any one of your vendors. I'm just saying, you've all seen it. If you're friends with her, you see how powerful that is and how many people you touch.
Right.
So,
Like I said, my most successful have been our coffee, our Easter, and my birthday. And I think like the birthday thing is huge and super fun. And I think we spent, I don't know, like $350 on gifts and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe you were getting a $10 gift card to Chick-fil-A or something like that. But it was amazing how many people sign up to be one of 50 that get something. So super easy. Yes.
Question. So Patty mentioned it. You get the leads.
Mhm.
They're not people you know. They're
Right.
complete strangers. What do you do?
Me? Okay, so like I always follow up with a phone call, and my phone call goes, hey, you know, thanks for signing up for our giveaway. I just want to let you know I am a local real estate agent here in town, and if you are ever looking to buy or sell, I would love for you to contact me. So, super.
Okay. Do you do anything beyond that?
I mean, usually what I do is once I have their email and their telephone number, I can go into the tax records and I can pull up their address, and then I'll set them up in my database. And when I set them up in the database, the one smart plan that I use for everybody, no matter where you live, is your neighborhood, and it goes out monthly and tells them about their neighborhood and what the average sales price is. And I mean, like my people in Texas and other states, I bet I probably get 5 or 6 text messages as soon as that goes out. And they're like, I think it's so cool that you can tell me about this. And I live in Conroe, Texas, or whatever. So they don't have to live here for that email to go out to them. So that's super cool.
no, I think that's a great talking point, because that could look different for every one of you. So if you're a John Dixon and you don't have a great big SOI, sorry, John, pick on you today. And you're out there trying to figure out, I'm gonna do some open houses, I gotta get people in here. That becomes your lead gen, that becomes your SOI, if you will. You're farming into that SOI, and you're going back to that diagram, and you're out here in the outer fringes of my circles, and I'm just trying to take actions that are gonna pull you in. So some of you might collect all that data and do nothing. Some of you may take that, make a phone call, and do nothing else. Some of you may make a phone call, they're probably not gonna answer, maybe. But what if they don't? You're gonna leave a voicemail. You might wanna then layer a text. You may just go over and just start putting those people in command. Put them in your database, and then you put them on that smart plan. And you may create a special smart plan that says, hey, thanks for entering my blah, blah, blah contest. Don't forget, I'm a local real estate agent. Would love to help you if you have any real estate needs. They can always opt out at the bottom if they don't want to get your stuff, but then your phone call, text, email. And at some point, they may not really look at it. At some point, life is all about timing. If they keep seeing Angie St. Jim, real estate agent, when the spirit finally moves them, they're gonna go, oh, yeah, that one real estate agent that just keeps coming. So your follow-up is gonna be your follow-up, and it's gonna be whatever you want it to be. But if I didn't have any SOI at all, I would start treating that like that's my SOI, and my job is to get them to identify.
I mean, it's pretty much the same follow-up that I have if somebody comes to an open house and they leave me their information. You know, hey, you know, I was just wanting to check in with you on, you know, you came by the open house this weekend, you know, if they're not working with an agent. And, you know, can I, set up a smart plan for you so that, you get houses as soon as they come on the market, those kinds of things. So
I just figured people wanting to win things, they may have no plan on buying a house. Somebody coming to an open house may have a plan. So
Yeah.
they're like
Doesn't matter to me.
mindsets, so I wanted to know if it was a different
Yeah.
follow-up or.
Doesn't matter to me because
They could just have real estate questions,
most,
you know?
well, they may have a real estate question. Like once a year, we send out an email that says, you're always free to use any vendor that you want for anything that you have out there. But here's a list of local people that we use or have clients that have used. So I just wanted to make this information available to you. And so, then they have a painter, they have a plumber, they have an electrician, and they're people that, we know and that we trust. And so we feel like they'll take good care of our clients in this situation. So they get that, and that gets forwarded a lot. It's crazy how many times that gets forwarded out there. Austin Colt, he does a great job at Easter. They deliver Easter eggs, like filled Easter eggs to houses. And then the money that they make from doing that, they give to neighbors in need.
Oh, they sell them, you mean?
Yeah, so they'll sell, I forget what it is, $20 a dozen or something like that, and you can buy them by the dozen. And then the night before Easter, they come and throw them in the yards for you and hide them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It is a production. I don't know how many houses they do and stuff like that. But, just think of the number of people that he touches through something like that. And then the money goes to a charity. He's not keeping it for himself. So, you get double.
We'll go back to that whole email, the campaign, the
Yep.
smart plan, if you will. That becomes a series. I mean, it will take you, if you don't know how to do it, go sit down and talk to Liz and she'll show you how to create your smart plan. But go ahead and just invest an afternoon or something. She's going, I'm going to kill you one of these days. But, just go, okay, I'm going to spend next Tuesday afternoon and I'm just going to work on this series of emails. And so it's going to go out the first time and acknowledge them, and then maybe it goes out again, a reminder, we're going to be doing the drawing on blah, blah, blah. And so you send out a series of them. But I would also tell you, use your creativity, because when there's stuff that I get in my house and I look at it and I'm like, chunk it. But you put a little something funny on there, like if you say, okay, clearly you and I are kindred spirits and you are all about winning the prize. Or something like that, don't be afraid. It doesn't have to be, I am Patty Lofton, I am a real estate agent. People don't like that. They want to see Sarah or Melissa. Use your creativity.
There was I can't think of the guy's name in California, but when I went to family reunion one year, he, for every holiday, he had the back page of the Homes and Land magazine, and for every holiday he dressed up in a different goofy outfit on there, and it was like it's me again, but you wouldn't know, or something like that. And so he was dressed up as Uncle Sam for one of them and the Easter Bunny for another one, and Santa. Anyway, it was like, that's brilliant, because how many people are going to pick it up just because it's got something silly on there. So anyway, anything else? Questions?
Okay. Maybe we should have a challenge.